Hospital or something. He asked me why they send Ninja Man in jail. Yeah. You know how that talk come about? I have a nation workbook here. So he said, let me see this newspaper. He said, well, it's not quite a newspaper, it's a workbook. You know, the old people always like to read the newspaper. I said, yeah, they're always up in newspaper and calling programs. Then he said, and the homeless people, you see how observant the children are, how much they feel things? The homeless people always sleep on newspaper, and he feels badly for them. I thought you would read for me and help me. Come, let's do this comprehension. My grandfather's hat. My grandfather bought his hat 16 years ago, a long time before he was born. Because I know Auntie's only 12. He said back then, they built things to last. He had a lawnmower that was 12 years old and a car that was 22 years old. Almost as old as Betsy. Poor Betsy. Betsy is 14 years old. Yeah, to love you, Betsy. Yeah, though some people might not appreciate you. I'm not going to call your name, little girl. Some people don't know how to appreciate the sweet, sweet car that Betsy is. But Auntie loves you. He told me that I could drive it.
I like that.
You like the name Betsy? Of course, a Betsy boo out there. He told me that I could drive it when I grow up. When my grandfather and I went for a walk and he saw someone he knew. Betsy?
No, that guy.
The story about her car, the story about grandfather hat.
Wait, it's that car that came 2 years ago.
Oh, it was just comparing because it seemed everything that grandfather has is all. You know why? Because grandfather cares his things. And as they said, before we used to make things with greater quality, put more attention, more care into making things. Not now. Yeah, Auntie too, I have a washing machine. My washing machine was here. I bought it when I first moved out here. So I've had my washing machine. No, don't let me say around. I would say maybe a few years before I got the washing machine.
How old the washing machine?
Suppose if I say it was here 3 years.
How old the washing machine is?
My washing machine is maybe about 21 years old. Yeah. And the time when I had to bring somebody here to fix it, and he told me the washing machines, the good old time ones, like that good old time washing machine, the ones that load from the top are better and easier to fix than the ones that load from the front. You open the top and put in the clothes, and I have like that bucket. I call it bucket, you know? That they are easier, they are better than the other ones.
I like them ones, not the other ones. But that's a new model. That's a newer model one.
Mine would be the older model. Old time thing, give me the old time thing. I want the old time thing to make me fit. Yeah. Yep.
So the other one which is open from the center is a younger model?
Younger. And like this mash up a lot. That is what that is what the expert told me. That the old time thing Auntie got is better. Anyway,
I might get
that's a conversation for another time, right? When my grandfather and I went for a walk and he saw someone he knew, he would lift his hat off his head and hold it there for a second. I should have put on a hat now.
He got a
I want to put up the hat we put on at the museum yesterday.
He got grandfather a haircut.
I feel so. Let us imagine what you think grandfather will look like. He got the haircut and then he got the hat.
I mean, he got this side. He got hair at his side and then more hair in the middle.
You want to got fade? What kind of haircut you want grandfather to have? A mohawk or a fade or?
Old-time fade.
An old-time fade?
Yeah, in the middle he got no hair, but only at his side got hair.
No, that's so
Really
funny.
hair.
You mean like he going bald? Like old? So your hair is dropping down or you cut it like that?
He cut it like that.
That's an interesting haircut. What you call that one? What's the name? A lawnmower haircut. No hair to the front, but hair all around the side, yeah. Grandfather, get him there, boy. He would then nod his head one time and say, morning, and put the hat back on his head, alright?
That's what she would do.
That's real nice. So our first question. The statement they built things to last means the things were the last to be built, the things lasted for a long time, the things were the last to be delivered, or the things moved from first position to last position.
Look at it.
The rain. Every minute I gotta be getting up, closing the window, opening it back in. Or is that Gabrielle Taylor with the horse? No, I know, but I ain't getting up for right now. Tell me the answer, then.
Wow. Okay.
They built things to last. What that mean? They built things to last. That means that when they build them, they last for a long time, or they move from first position to last position. They were the last to be
Repeat
delivered.
again.
What the sentence says. He said back then they built things to last. So we want to know this part here that says built things to last. What this really means, what Grandpa is really trying to say. He's trying to say that those things were the last things to get built. He's trying to say that when they build them, they lasted a long time before they get back. Is he trying to say they were the last things to be delivered, or they moved from first position to last position?
What was the first one?
They were the last things to get built. The second option was those things lasted for a long time. They didn't go bad, they lasted for a long time. You think that's what Grandpa was trying to say? He ain't sure, but anyhow, he doubting himself. I thought he must not doubt himself, or I got squeezing nose. Yeah, that's what it is. They lasted for a long time. Grandfather had the lawnmower before he had the car, until he had the car, since he had the car, or after. Let us see. Now the lawnmower is 12 years old and the car is 22 years old. So which come first? The lawnmower or the car came first? So he had the lawnmower after he had the car. After. The person telling the story seems to be a man, a woman, a child, or an adult.
A child?
A child. How do we know that? Because Grandfather bought the house 16 years ago, and that was a long time before he was born. So that's telling me I have to be a lot younger than 16. I'm gonna close the window, man. I'm coming back. The one here coming back. I'm coming back. Back there again. The word walk in line 4 is used as a verb, noun, adjective, or adverb. Walk. When my grandfather and I went for a walk. It didn't say that we walked, we went for a walk. Don't let it trick you. We went for a walk. We got a in front of the word. In a verb. A walk or the walk.
What?
It's a noun. In this instance, it's a noun. Yeah, the freaking. We went for a walk. It's a noun. But if it said that we walk, or we went and we walked, it would be a verb. Grandfather lifted his hat to say good morning when he saw strangers, his children, adults only, or anyone he knew. Anyone he knew, Mary Pamphaya. He said back then. The words back then refer to when grandfather was born, when the hat was bought, when the writer was born, or when grandfather was a little boy. When the hat was bought.
That hat was new?
When I'm 12 years old.
Oh.
The hat is 16. I'm only 12. So therefore the hat will gotta be older than me.
It's 12 years old?
Yeah.
Are you dating?
Yeah.
Ooh, I look good.
Anyhow. I'm actually 3 times as old as the hat is 16. How old is the hat? He didn't say how old the hat was. The hat is 16 years old, so I'm 3 times as old as the hat. I ordered than a hat by far. Anyhow, next time you come, my hair might be black. I'll buy the red dye cut it on special, but I think I can dye it black and then do the red in the 16 multiplied by 3 is 48. You learning them too, about you learn them 3 times today about for me. Uh-huh. Which of these, if I order them my car? The grandfather car 22? Yeah. Which of these words best describes grandfather? Wasteful, careless, careful, or rich?
What is that?
We describing grandfather. Is he wasteful? Is the person that always wastes things? Is he a careful person? Like he will take good care of things? Is he careless or is he rich? Careful. Excellent. The word not in line 5, we back here again, is being used as a verb, adverb, noun, or pronoun. When grandfather I went for a walk and he saw someone he knew, he would lift his hat off his head, hold it there for a second, and he would then nod his head. So this one's easy. He's doing an action. Is it a verb? Is it a noun? What is it?
Huh?
Don't let me keep nodding my head to get dizzy. Is it a verb or is it a noun? Answer. No, you want me to get dizzy? Answer. He played like he know the answer. It's an action word. Tell me, boy. Yo. A verb. Look at him nodding off my head. From the passage, we can tell that the writer was more than 16, less than 16, 16, or about grandfather's age.
What?
The person that's writing, more is the person older than 16, younger than 16, the same age as grandfather, or 16 years old? Younger. You remember your body said that the hat is 16 and the hat is a lot older than me? So the person got to be younger than 16, less than 16. Alright, the correct order of these events is lift the hat, nod the what a serious? Lift the hat, nod the head. Everybody join in. Lift the hat. I should really get a hat. Lift the hat, nod the head, say morning, put the hat back on the head and hold it. That don't make sense. That makes sense to you? No.
I don't get it.
Lift the hat, hold it, nod your head, say morning, and then put the hat back on the head. Lift the hat, put the hat back on the head, hold it, nod your head and say good morning. Maybe. Or lift the hat, hold it, nod your head, put the hat back on the head and say good morning. Oh dear. He will lift his hat, hold it there for a second, nod his head and say morning. This is very technical. It was D. Lift the hat, hold it, nod the head, put the hat back on the head and say, oh, that grandfather. Listen, grandfather, next time, just a morning and go on your way. For how long had grandfather owned the hat? Grandfather had the hat for 16 years. 16 years. Yeah. Which word in the passage may be replaced with the word raise? To raise me, you're holding up something. Raise. Probably lift the hat. So he raised his hat, lift. Alright, so we're done with that comprehension, boy. We're done with that there. Now we're going on to some grammar here. Alright, let me stop this.